It's a real education. And I mean, Stephen, can you, in layman's terms, talk me through kind of the approach that you've taken in terms of advising, because you're going to be advising people who are not experts. And this is what this session's for. So people who are not technologically, but they've got this huge mountain they've got to climb.
So again, we'll work with prospective clients on understanding what their waste streams are, and we wouldn't advocate, you know, putting our system in where you've got a lot, you know, it wouldn't work on clean recyclates, it doesn't work on residual waste that doesn't have any organic matter in. So it's about, for us, understanding, working with the client on what is in with their residual stream. Right. And essentially what it's doing is allowing that residual stream to be treated at source, and the output from that then can be reduced in mass by up to half, depending on how much organic matter is within there. It's a self-contained unit. It doesn't mean that it doesn't need a lot of human input. It means that the clients don't have to change. For example, Rochelle doesn't have to then put in different, you know, bins around the place. It fits in with existing sort of waste collection processes. It's just about putting it into somewhere different. And it means that if we get that reduction coming out of the back, we then have what we call a flock. It's very much a fuel that can be used in other outlets rather than just conventional energy from waste. It moves it up what we call the thermal hierarchy. So much better for things like gasification and pyrolysis, which was mentioned about being able to extract greater value into places like cement kilns, so decarbonizing energy production. And it means you get a material that comes out the back that is about half in mass. It isn't odorous. So if there are issues, as we've seen with collections because of you know, driver shortages, etc., whatever it may be, it's not causing an odor at the site. Right. We've seen that improve. It can be stored there, and if it's still going to landfill, which some clients will, it means it's not going to generate very much methane at all, because that organic component has been what we call stabilized. It's not going to break down any further, so generate no methane. And if it's going into a thermal process, you've got that. What's remaining is a better value in terms it's not water going into it. You've got a nice dry material that's much better for combusting. So in essence, it means that we're treating locally to have a sort of a real impact, reducing carbon emissions, reducing vehicle numbers, making an output that is non-odorous, is much easier to handle. So that's the sort of real changes. Traditionally, most waste has been taken away from site. This is adding into that chain to allow something to be done locally before it's then taken away. It's just helping reduce further down the chain.